Our childhood taken, dreaming to be free. The flags would wave, the boys sent on their way. Oh, oh, Watts, you sailed with the tide. Your halls held dreams once filled with such pride. Now the cold wind whispers where the mast once stood, a ghost of duty, of iron and wood. We scrubbed the decks, we polished the brass. Under watchful eyes, the hours would pass. The bell would toll, the drills would start, but no drill could mend an orphan heart. Does the chapel still hum with hymns of the past? Do the bugles blow long as the memories last? Oh, Watts, you've sailed with the tide. Your halls held dreams once filled with such pride. Now the cold wind whispers where the mast once stood, a ghost of duty, of iron and wood. Does the chapel still hum with hymns of the past? Do the bugles blow long as the memories last? Oh, Watts, you sailed with the tide. Your halls held dreams once filled with such pride. Now the cold wind whispers where the mast once stood, a ghost of duty, of iron and wood. A ghost of duty on that hill in the wood. The Norfolk sky still weeps with rain, for childhood's lost to anchor and chain. The fields are empty, band is long gone, yet I hear the echo of a marching song. Oh, 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 Watts, you've sailed with the tide. Your halls held dreams once filled with such pride. Now the cold wind whispers where the mast once stood, a ghost of duty, of iron and wood. A ghost of duty on that hill in the wood.